What's up, everyone? Nick the Comic Nerd here. On Sunday night, it's super late. It's 11:45 on Sunday, but hey, we're here. I wanted to do Nick's Nerd Word because I read a ton of great books this week, and I wanted to share them with you guys and see if anybody has read them. I'm also going to share with you guys the StreamYard link. That should work. So if you want in, feel free to jump in. I'm going to take like 3 minutes real quick to bag and board the rest of these books. But I hope everyone had a good week. Before I really get started, tomorrow, I'm going to shoot it right after this actually, is going to be episode 1 of my new Monday series, which will probably be once a month. It's going to be called PC Survivors. So I was watching, oh my God, I love it. What's it called? I always do this, you guys. I literally had it set up. I'm pulling it up now. I was watching Remy Q Studios on Thursday when he does. Dude, I watch it every Thursday. I never get to see it live. I can't believe. Let's Talk About It. Jesus Christ. I was watching Let's Talk About It. I never get to catch it live, but I was watching Let's Talk About It. And I love watching him and Angel. And they were talking a lot about their PC, like the personal collection, because you have your comics that you buy weekly, but does everything really like survive your PC? Like I've never really sold many comics, and my PC is my comic collection, because they separated like a PC from your regular collection, and I kind of liked what they had to say about it. It made a lot of sense. They're separate things. So your PC is books like you're always going to hold on to, or you're going to hold on to for a long time, and then you've got like your regular comic book collection, which is going to be books like, I look at books like I read Scorched 11 this week. Like I can't promise you Scorched is going to end up in my PC one day. Is it really going to be one of those books? So we're going to do that. That'll be the new show. It's going to be called PC Survivors. Comes out tomorrow. Episode 1. I'm going to literally just take a short box and have an empty short box, and we're going to go through all of my series and see what books make it to the PC, and the other books are going to go up for sale. I think I'm going to do it through eBay. However, it's not going to be auctioned or anything like that. I want to sell them super cheap. So, like, let's say you're watching it. If you just DM me on Instagram and you're like, "Hey, Nick, I saw that you did, PC Survivors, and I saw that you're selling your Ant-Man run. What do you want for it?" I would literally sell every book to somebody in this community for 50 cents a book. So it's like my Ant-Man run might only be like $10. I'd give it to you guys for $5. Like that's just an example. It's not going to auction. It's not a selling show. It's about what makes the PC. But again, those other books aren't going to be there later. So I'm going to say hi to everybody. TM, what's up, Trav? How you doing? TJ, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you always jumping in, dude. Captain, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be a couple minutes, just real quick. Bagging and boarding. I've got a good haul this week of books I read. I also am getting a lot closer to finishing this short box, which is great news for me because it's getting old, to be honest. Aggressively relaxing. What's up? Thanks for stopping by. I hear you not wanting the weekend to end. I worked the whole weekend. I worked yesterday. I worked from 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. today, and then I had to go back in for 3 p.m. today. So we'll see. This guy, always winning. He is a winner. You're a winner in my book. Cap, also, starting in May, my hours change. And TM, this goes to you too. So instead of working nights, I'm going to end up working a lot of days. So I'm going to end up working from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., some more normal hours for a little while. So Cap, if you've got a spot for me on cover drawings, count me in, dude. I will absolutely jump on there. And Trav, to you and Roscoe, I haven't been on Between the Lines in forever. I actually haven't been in the live stream. I should be in it tomorrow if you guys have a show. But if you need somebody in May, feel free to call me in, dude. I'm definitely willing to draw and hang out and talk to you guys. Because last time I did it, it wasn't with you, Trav. It was with Chris, which is still awesomely cool. But I've never actually done it with Travis, so that'd be really neat too. And I always like jumping on live with Trav. We did one of Roscoe's late night addictions a few weeks ago. It was super awesome. Today is your Friday? All right, so you're off for the next 2 days, I hope, dude. You get to just chill and relax. Everybody needs relaxing days, you guys. Sorry if this is making a lot of noise into the microphone. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Do you guys tape your your bag shut? I like to. I don't know why. They just fit nicer into the boxes, if you're asking me. Yeah, see, same dude, exactly. This is the concept, and to make it a show, I thought it would be kind of cool, for people to see, and again, for people to see, like, what I'm going to be getting rid of, and you're, it creates a lot of space. I've got 4, 8, 12, 16. I have 18 short boxes over there filled with books. And then I have the long boxings from Grand Slam. I've got 6 long boxes full that I've got to go through and keep giving away. So, and my uncle was here again today. He loved hearing that there were a bunch of people involved in the first Grand Slam giveaway. So I appreciate all you guys. That was super cool. He loved it, hearing about it. He asked what I gave away, and he was so into it. So really, really cool. And again, I found some great gems. That video will be not tomorrow, next Monday, the one after. But almost done with these. Never work Mondays. So my old schedule, I used to do Tuesday through Saturday. So it was awesome because, one, it was 5 days in a row. It was really nice because it was like after day 5, I knew I was done for 2 days. I worked every Saturday, but my hours would switch, which is what made it bearable. I used to do 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on one Saturday, and then the following Saturday, do 4 p.m. to midnight. So it was cool because my staffing always changed too. Like, you were always with different people. So it was nice because I didn't really have to get stuck in one position with that. So I kind of liked having that. It was amazing having off Mondays because there's nothing worse than a bad Monday. So that's a good schedule, I think. I was all for it. Now I got now I've got, obviously it's a little bit different. I'm off like every Thursday and then every other weekend, which is nice to have every other weekend off, but it stinks to be off Thursday, work Friday, to then be off Saturday, Sunday. Dude, either one, put me in for June 5th. If my schedule goes back to, if it goes to nights, I'm just going to call out sick and I'll do between the lines. I'm not even kidding. So book me for June 5th. I'll put it in my calendar. 100% want to be on there, dude. So count me in, brother. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you, dude. Honestly, any Tuesday in April. I mean, in May. Sorry, not April. Oh, geez. So, yeah, imagine. No, any day in May, dude. You tell me any Tuesday you do it, I'm down to play. For now on, I will amend my normal day of the week, commiserating, celebrating when I see you. There you go. It's cool with the chats, you guys, lately. I honestly love seeing it. Thank you all so much for, one, having the patience. I have one more book to do. And 2, for hanging out late on these nights. I know I don't have a great schedule with these videos, but I super appreciate it. A lot of you guys have been jumping back. There you go. See? That's funny. All right, last book. And then we're going to go through Nick's Nerd Word. You guys let me know what you read. Again, catching up. A few books that came out this week I got to read, which I was super stoked about, a bunch of them. I have 2 funny stories about 2 books too. So, all right, that's the last one. Let me put my bags and boards away. I didn't realize you were in a different time zone, Trav. I had no idea. All right. We got all this, including real quick. One of my group chats is going nuts right now. This bad boy, the Compendium one of Invincible. I'm like 22 issues in. I read a lot this week. It was so good. I'm at the point where every time you end an issue, you're just mind blown. I finally made it past the part I saw in the show, which is really cool. So now I'm like actually ahead of the game, which I didn't know if I would be at ever. And so good. So good. I can't believe how good Invincible is. Another great Robert Kirkman run. So, all right, Nick's Nerd Word. Books I read this week, some spoilers. Realistically, I guess there's only like 2 or 3 spoilers because there's books that I read that only recently got done. So, yeah, but let's dive into this. Pull this a little closer. All right, starting with The Nice House on the Lake, number 11, penultimate issue. Crazy to think that this is finally ending. I feel like I've been reading this for a year, which I have been technically, because there was a long break between these actually. But it's really cool. The crew is trying to figure out how to kill Walter because somebody accidentally killed another member of the people who were stuck in the house. So super cool, really sick and twisted. Fantastic. This book, thank you so much to, I believe it was Fable and Steph over at Missing Links. Batgirls number 12. One, I love this cover. It's the Riddler, and if you look inside his little hook, he's got Stephanie and Cassandra, the Batgirls. Dude, so good. And the way it ended, so this was the end of the second or third arc. This was called Batgirls of Summer. So good. And where it's going is amazing. You kind of find out who's related to who in this for real. And not fully with the Bat family. So super cool. I'm very excited for issue 13. It's actually in the annual, which I have in my comic box to read this week. It'll be probably tomorrow or Tuesday, but so phenomenal. Dude, I think I'm just going to wait for the hardcover of the whole run to come out because everyone was raving about this. And I saw that Green Hell 1 was out for a while before issue 2 came out. But I love those big DC books. And I've never really read a Swamp Thing, so it'd be super cool to read it, and I want to read that. So like I said, it's gonna be easier for me to get it in one big shot. I think number 3 was the finale, right, dude? Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 6 of 7. There were like 3 books. Okay, first of all, DC, absolutely kicking ass. Their comic books are freaking awesome right now. I've got to say, I think Trav is a huge DC guy. I've got to say, they are just everything I read by DC this week. I was literally just like, yes, all so good. This issue had some awesome moments. I'm going to put it on my Instagram and put it down below, but I'm showing you guys. Screw it. We're showing some artwork. So if you're not reading this, I think it ended already. The 7th issue is out, I believe. I think I have it, which is the finale. So this is the penultimate issue. But basically, the DC Future State team is defending the world from Pariah, and they are obviously not the Justice League, but they're like the kin of the Justice League. So you got like Wonder Girl, Aquaboy, well, Aquaman technically, Superboy, John Kent. It's so good because these characters finally came to fruition. And I truly couldn't believe what I was watching. And basically, John Kent was like listening in his head to his dad, who Superman hasn't been around because Pariah made the Justice League disappear. And John was like, we need to buy a few minutes. And he was kind of like, I know what to do. So, Wonder Girl is talking here. And she says, John, what are you doing? And he knows he's got to stall a few minutes, and he goes straight for Doomsday and Darkseid, and you're just like, this is crazy because he's like kind of finally fulfilling like that Superman role. And he's getting his ass kicked bad. And this is the part where you're just mind blown. Like I literally teared up during this. Like this is what I mean by, like, I think DC just knows what's going on now and they know what they're doing. And I think bringing in the Future State team shows how much more that the regular Justice League and the team we know of cares for everybody. So you can see John, he's just getting destroyed. And Black Adam is trying to come in and save him. He's like so shot. He's getting his ass kicked. Again, Doomsday is coming right after him. And John kind of smirks. And he's kind of like, all right, this is okay. I fulfilled my duty. I bought the team enough time. And in my heart, I knew when I turned the page, I was going to see this. And sure as hell, Superman returns to stop the punch. And I know it's crazy. I legit teared up. I was like, what a fucking moment. This was so good. This was so necessary. and behind him came the team of the Justice League. So Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 6. Beyond fantastic. Spine Ticks, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by, Sith. I jumped on Spine Ticks on like the final half hour last night while you guys were live. I was at work. Our Wi-Fi just sucks. And I couldn't get a comment in because the Wi-Fi was so terrible, man. So really, really sucked. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you jumping. Another one who just keeps jumping in on my late night videos. I super appreciate it, dude. You, TJ. Bounty Hunters 28. The story is a little in the middle right now. It's good. Like one of the teams came across Darth Vader. It's good. It just was a little like a little bit of a filler. And I don't mind fillers because that's what some issues are, you know. Issues 3 and 4 don't have to be big. They can be fillers. But it's really cool because Valance came face to face with Darth Vader again for the first time in a long time. Thank you. I appreciate you. This next book was really cool. I enjoyed it. I kind of like how it's a totally different style from Marvel. This was Tiger Division number 1. I think this was the Inhyuk Leave variant. Really cool cover. A couple all new characters introduced to me, but one of the character stories I really liked was his name is Ty. I can't remember his name. Ty something, and he keeps seeing. I believe it's his somebody who like adopted him. I guess they flash back and forth with it, and he sees the ghost of them, and it freaks him out. And it's really good, and it shows how him and his new team, and him and this team, the Tiger Division, have to kind of come together and get things done. So I very much liked it. I have up to like issue number 5 now, I think. I picked up 5 this week, so I'm hoping to be all caught up by the end of next week with these books, to be honest. And then maybe I can finally decide if I'm going to keep reading things and not keep reading things. Wildcats number 1. Love this cover. I was a big fan of the Grifter. I ran into the Grifter for the first time and was introduced to him in Batman's. Somebody help me out. Batman Urban Legends. And I was like, this is a really cool story. And Cole helped explain a lot of things about Grifter, about Cole Cash to me. And big fan. This story was cool. Not great. The team is a little wild for me. I might try issue number 2, or when the trade comes out, if I'm into it, I'm just going to go for it because I'm going to become a big trade guy. So, but it was a good read. One of the Axe series, I wish I didn't grab this, Judgment Day Omega. So this is after, this was after Ajak becomes a Celestial, and it's kind of like what they're going to do now. And it was good. Wasn't great. It was cool the way the whole thing ended. You kind of see where everyone's going to go from here. So, yeah. I think a big thing, too, with me, especially because I fell so far behind, to do trades is so much simpler. Again, you're just better off because, 1, you always save a couple bucks, I think. And 2, to catch up at this point, for me, and a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense to go spend $4.55 on a book, especially DC books, you know, because the prices are higher, to try and catch up on everything. But the stuff I'm enjoying, I'm going to keep going for issues with. Stuff like this. This one is Batman vs. Robin 3. Phenomenal. I also love this cover of Batman and the Red Hood. Batman goes to Lazarus Island to try and find Dick. I'm sorry, not Dick. Oh my God. Wow. To find Robin, I'm shot. See? And basically, see, there you go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I keep looking for like older Marvel books now, to be honest, to read into. And I keep picking up like some older DC stuff that I'm liking. But basically, Batman has to fight like the Bat family. He's got to fight a few of them. And he starts figuring it all out. And Alfred was having some weird moments. And you find out Alfred isn't really there and that he's poisoned by everything Robin is doing also. And I just read Captain's comic. I'm not pulling it up. But he's going after Dick on Lazarus Island. It's not Dick. It's Giant. I'm going to stop. This was very good. Cap, you just killed me, dude. If I could recommend 2 titles coming out of DC right now that are both written by one of my favorites, Jeff John, do it, dude. Let me know. Venom 13. What a letdown. I liked issue 12 so much, and now we're kind of back to the blah state. This was not fantastic, and I was really upset with that. I wasn't expecting greatness, but because issue 12 was good and you saw where, and this is the weird thing, you saw where Dylan Brock was going with Codex and everything. This story didn't have Dylan Brock. This was an Eddie Brock story, and it wasn't good. And I love Eddie Brock. So for me, I was super let down by this because I was like, oh, I want to see what Dylan's going to do. I don't really care what Eddie does. Not that I don't care, but the Dylan story is more like valuable right now, if you're asking me. And it just makes it super tough to go back to the Eddie story, but I understand they both have to coexist. So a little tough. Stargirl, I heard, is so good. I've got to pick up the first trade of Stargirl and see what that's about. And JSA, I've never really read into. But Scorched 11, another filler book I read this week, but still good. This was a super filler story because this was a fight between basically like another purgatory fight, I guess I should say. And I'm getting a little confused by this, maybe because I'm not reading it soon enough, but Spawn might be behind the whole war going on. I don't really know. It's the only Spawn thing I've ever read and kept up with. I don't know if I'm still loving it as much, but it was cool. A lot of fighting, which was great. And somebody needed revenge, and they fight one of the Spawns, and it was good. It wasn't fantastic, but it was good. This was cool, and I love this cover. This could be a cover of the week for me. Doctor Strange #1 by Marvel. So Clea and Doctor Strange get to be together again. I haven't read up to that point in Strange yet, which is okay. I know it's in my box to come to be read like within the next couple days. I'm loving the Clea stuff, and I love the Stephen Strange stuff. So he's back, and it's basically how like he does like a work week thing. So it's like Monday, this happens, Tuesday, this happens, Wednesday, and he keeps going. You see how busy he really is and how much he's cleaning up. And then at the end, there's an execution, and you don't see who does it. And it was really interesting, and it had to do with one of the people who had to do with the death of Doctor Strange, and I thought it was really good. I never really thought I'd be a big Doctor Strange guy, but here we are. Issue #1 by Fred Kennedy of Dead Romans. This was really cool. I also love this cover. This is a cover B. It literally says it on there, which I don't love, but to each publishing company their own. Really cool story how two people are in love, and it's almost like they're hiding it or they shouldn't be in love. And the girl's cousin is like one of the leaders. And then I just read your comment, Cap. She doesn't in this issue. And this is really violent. There's a few deaths in here, but it's really good. It's a really cool, it's not black and white. It's a really cool dark story though. I highly recommend it. But yeah, sorry I don't remember more about it. I read Captain's comic. I need to stop doing that. This is great. This is one of the reads of the week, probably. Dawn of DC, Superman #2. This was fantastic. We have the new antagonist. I believe it was Madam Moonlight. Madam something. This also had a oh shit moment in it where I wanted to tear up. Basically, parasites are running around all of Metropolis and taking over people. And Superman knows that. And obviously he's got a super hearing. And John and Kara are trying to talk to him, and they just speak normally like I'm speaking to you, but he can hear them from forever away, basically. And Supercorp kind of has the answers to it. And Lex Luthor wants Clark to break him out of jail, and he's not going to do it. You know, Clark, he's trying to figure things out on his own. I think we're going to come to the point in the next issue where Clark has to make a decision, especially because of the parasites spreading everywhere, and they're spreading faster and faster. John and Kara freeze the outside of the city so they can kind of keep them contained. And it doesn't exactly go very well because the parasites just spread faster and faster. And it's so crazy because you're trying to wonder, like, what's causing them to spread? What's going to cause them to stop spreading. And John says, Dad, I can't find Mom, so he can't find Lois. So Superman books to the Daily Planet, and he finds Lois, and she's been taken over by the parasites. And then Superman realizes as he's talking to her, and he's so upset, and you're upset as the reader because you're like, shit. Because they show her, and then the next page is her, but like her eyes are all whacked out. And yeah, then you learn that the parasites are just in the air because Superman is also being taken over. So very, yep, they're in the air. So very, very good. I'm loving the Dawn of DC stuff, to be honest. Like I said, it was a killer week for me reading DC. Everything was so freaking good. I just don't think I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but again, it was a great great week of reads. Continuing with great reads, we've got Blue Book number 2 by James Tynion. So this is basically the department. I think Mark from Legion of Comics said this is Department of Truth without the department. It's true. It's a UFO story. So if you're into that or into conspiracy, basically the entire squad, the people, Barney and Betsy, they end up like realizing that they are missing a point in time because it took them so long to get home when they saw the ship, and they kind of got the flash, like the Men in Black flash, I guess you could call it. And Betty, the wife, cannot let. She's like, Barney, something happened to us, and he's like, yeah, but whatever. And she starts telling people. She tells her sister, and then she goes in and she ends up calling somebody from, I don't remember if it was the Air Force or some kind of military group or governmental group. And they don't tell her, but they put it in like a special cases file. And there's somebody who wrote a book that she decided to go and read about things like this. And I think it's going to be one of those stories where the more people she talks to and learns about that believe in this, the more people that die. Like I think that the author is going to get killed off. And I think it's going to keep going back and forth. But it was good. I'm not super devoted to it. Like if issue 3 is bleh, I'm gonna be like, okay. But I think, like I said, I think we're gonna see a few deaths in issue 3 of people involved. Like even Betty's sister might end up dead, but who knows? Couple books left for you guys. Then we'll do read of the week, cover of the week, least favorite cover of the week, least favorite read of the week, worst read. We'll do worst to best. This was really cool. This was a Frank Miller series. I didn't realize that these one shots were all going to line up. So I think that's super cool that multiple stories from different titles are going to run together. So this was Ancient Enemies, which is going to be the name of all of the books. This was called The Genie. This was really cool. I love this cover. So again, I saw one shot. I saw Frank Miller, and I was like, how do you say no to this? But Ancient Enemies, this is The Genie. So this is about someone who dives down deep into the ocean, basically finds something that they were looking for but shouldn't have, and then they end up getting washed on shore with like a group of village people of some kind, and you learn that he's just not like them, and he's like developing faster than they are, and he's learning faster than they are, and he can do things they can't, and he's got powers you learn at the end, kind of like you're looking at here. Like there's the person in the actual cover. This is a great cover, but you learn that somebody is not okay with it in the village, and they end up ratting him out. And they're like, we need you to come take this guy out of our village. I can't remember the main character's name, of course, the protagonist. And it like comes down to where the government shows up and they just murk everybody. They start shooting up everybody on the island. And the guy who ratted them out was like, you were only supposed to kill him. And they wipe out so many people that the protagonist ends up using his powers and taking out everybody. So and they're like, if you want to follow more of his story, it will be in the next Ancient Enemies. So I'm looking forward to what that one's going to be, because this one, The Genie, I thought was really cool. I'm obviously not going to shut the hell up about this, and I'm so sorry to all of you who are still here listening, but I read Nocterra number 12, and I loved it. I'm a little confused with some things, but it's okay. So Val is back as a Shade, or she's turning a Shade. Emery is now the leader of Sundog Convoy. And the last we saw of Val was she was kind of sticking her hand up in the water at the power plant, but she gets ahead of the group, I guess, and they end up defending themselves and everything. They make their way all the way back to a safe haven where they want to use the information they got from the plant to end the shades and bring the light back, bring the sun back. Val gets there first and explains what's going on, and then you see that, I don't know if you recognize the smile, but dude, thank you so much for hanging out, TJ. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Thank you again for stopping by. You learn that Beta Ray Bill is also involved again. Beta Ray Bill, Blacktop Bill. I did this on my live stream. I said Blacktop Bill is back, and he's gonna join back up with Sundog Convoy, I think. So I thought this was so good. The artwork was great. A lot of good stuff going on in here between Val and Emery. You see some flashback stuff, which is super cool because I kind of had an idea in my head, and I'm hoping to talk to Brian LCS about it and then tell you guys about it. But there was a lot more backstory to this with Val and how she was blind, and then the light was there for a quick moment for her life, and then it became darkness. And now she's a shade, so I almost feel like everything around her is bright, like she's just seeing things from a different perspective again, like when she first got her vision. So I don't know, just a cool way to view it, but super, super good. And then I know this might be cheating, but this might be my read of the week. And this is volume 4 of Something is Killing the Children. This was by far my favorite volume so far, and I'm excited to read volume 5. So it's cool because this was a step back. This was a flashback to how Erica becomes a member of the Slaughterhouse. And it was called The Birth of Slaughter. I didn't read the back first. But this is issues 16 to 20. You learn where her octopus comes from. You learn what happened when her parents die. You learned how she had no friends, how she kind of got saved, and how she survives the slaughter test. And it was so good. I sat here and read this on, I think, Friday night while doing the hunt when it wasn't my turn, and it was fantastic. Honestly, it was so good. This was my favorite one of the 5 volumes I have. This is my favorite one so far. We'll see how volume 5 does, but can't say enough how much I love this. Another Tinian story. But yeah, this might be my read of the week. I don't know, so tough. But that's everything I read this week. I've been on here for half an hour. Let's do the 2 worst. The worst read of the week and the worst cover of the week, and then the best cover of the week and the best read of the week. Cover is probably this because they're just bland. I'm just scrolling through. Actually, this is the worst cover of the week. Wow. Venom 13 is going to be this might double up. Holy shit. Venom 13 is going to be the worst cover of the week. So this is supposed to be a Dark Web tie-in. I didn't read anything else from Dark Web, so I don't think that really worked, but I still like that you have. So this is like the Bedlam arm, which is cool. I still like not Morbius. What was his name? I can't remember his name. Eddie Brock. But this is the symbiote of Eddie Brock right now, and I just feel like it's a piss poor symbiote drawing. It's very bland. I get there's a lot of them, and they're kind of in like the purgatory of symbiote land, and just doesn't fly for me. I don't love it. So that's gonna be my least favorite cover of the week. Read of the week is gonna be tough, man. My least favorite read of the week. I'm doing it. We're doubling up. Worst read of the week, worst cover of the week. See, this kind of represents like Codex, I feel like, unless it represents the dark web, which maybe that's what Codex is. I don't know yet, but this didn't do it. Again, to finally have a good issue. The last time I was on here, last Sunday, we were talking, and I think a few people in the chat even agreed that Venom 12 was good, and it's getting good finally, and then this just trashed it. This was just the kick him when you get up, kick him right back in the shin and knock him down. The whole thing just didn't fly with me, so it stinks. It's the way it goes sometimes. I know I say that all the time on these videos, but it's the truth, and it just not okay with me. I didn't like it. So let's go for cover of the week and read of the week. Again, Something is Killing the Children, Volume 4. Nocterra was great, but I'm not going to give it to Nocterra. It was good. Like I said, there's a little too much confusion. Oh, man. Cover of the week. You know what? Let's do a panel. Dude, I know. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's do a cover vote. Which cover do you guys like better? Strange 1 or Batman vs. Robin 3? I think it's this one, but my love for Doctor Strange, it's tough, but super tough, super, super tough. I don't know. You guys tell me which cover of these two you like better. But I like the kind of fighting cover here. It's kind of like an Injustice pick your character thing. I don't know if you ever played that Sith. I liked Injustice 1. I didn't play 2. And now it's actually mobile. And then this Doctor Strange one just has some super cool colors with the Sanctorium ceiling in the background. I don't know. I like both a lot. I think because I wasn't ready for Strange, though, I think we're going to go Strange. There you go. Cover of the week. Listen to the man. You always listen to the captain, your captain. Strange number 1, read of the week. Cover of the week. Cover of the week. Excuse me. Cover of the week. Big, big fan. Very much enjoyed it. Read of the week is tough for me. I'm between 5. We've never had this many. I've got Something is Killing the Children, Volume 4. We can't count that. I can't count the volume. I can't count the trade because technically it's 5 issues in one. We can't use that. I'm sorry, James Tinian. Batgirls was up there, but because of what Batgirls is going to become, I'm going to hold out because I feel like Batgirls, the annual, is going to be my read of the week this week. I have a strong vibe about that. So I'm down to 3. I'm still putting up Batman vs. Robin 3. I thought it was so good. Superman has been freaking incredible. But you know what? I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart because always trust your gut, stick to your guns. My read of the week was Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 6. Again, the story behind this, how the fight is finally on against Pariah, the return of the Justice League, the step up of responsibility in fighting to defend the world of the future state team. It was so good. Again, DC is kicking ass in their comic books. It makes me go in there and trust picking up issue number 1s for things I've never heard of, I've never read, and I'm going to try and do it again this week. Travis mentioned earlier that, let's see, I saw it in the chat and I forgot to pull it up, dude. Unstoppable Doom Patrol 1 comes out Tuesday. Because of my faith in DC and because you wrote this, I am picking up Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 1 on Tuesday. So I appreciate you, 1, telling me that, and 2, hanging out, of course. Thank you so much, Trav. But yeah, great cover also with all the Justice League teams and the future state team. The fight and the page I showed you guys, like I said, it gave you like that feeling of hope. Like you thought the Justice team was going to lose this fight to Pariah and you didn't know what was going to come next, because I don't know what comes next after Dark Crisis. And now it's kind of like, oh, I guess it's going to be the dawn of DC, which is great. I love it because this being good, this was the penultimate issue. The final issue should be good. And if it's going to lead into more stuff like this, dude, count me in, take my money. So I'm going to go with Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. And that's it. I super appreciate you guys listening to me. Super late on a Sunday. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull up all your names. Check out these channels if you don't. TM Nerdy hangs out with Roscoe. Hangs out on the hunt sometimes. Definitely check out his channel. Flash by Night TJ does some great reviews and pulls up some good stuff a lot of the time. Captain Comics, new show, cover drawings on Tuesdays. Check that out for sure. Aggressively Relaxing. I feel like I see you in every chat, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I super, super appreciate it. You have no idea. And the guy that I can never shut the hell up about, Spine Ticks, Sith Lordly. Check it out. Card shorts all the time with Mario cards. We officially have like 12 days to the Super Mario movie. I am pumped beyond belief that we are coming to the countdown. I cannot wait to go see it opening night. But check out Spine Ticks, check out Sith Lordly, everywhere you go. But yeah, I think that's it. So again, tomorrow, PC Survivors episode 1. I'm gonna shoot it now. I am very excited to do this. I never considered it, like I said, and here we're gonna be. So I'm gonna shoot this, post it tomorrow, and then the next week will be the Grand Slam giveaway. So thank you, dude. I super appreciate you. You love that peach, baby. Awesome, dude. I hope you check it out. I'm going to try and make it short. But again, as usual, as that's been happening on these Sundays, thank you guys for keeping me on here and talking about comic books and the things I love. I super appreciate all of you. I expect to sometimes come on here and just talk to nobody, and that's okay with me, but it's so much cooler when you guys are here talking me up too and, you know, getting involved in the chat. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Still pushing for that 400 subscribers. We'll get there. The time will come. I'm not rushing it. But yeah, catch you guys tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. I hope you all enjoyed your comics this week, and I hope you all stay safe. Have a good night. Have a safe week, and have a happy Monday.